What's the meaning of life? Is it in the Bible? Is it about thriving or survival? Should I eat idle or hunt with a rifle? Is life a cycle or a spiral? Should I believe in Metatron or Archangel Michael? Shiva the backflap leader where Jesus and his disciples. Is deciphering the meaning even vital? Is there an afterlife or is death final? Is it about charity in the face of calamity? Is my purpose to find a wife and start a family?
Use some of this energy
for ourselves.
Yeah, for ourselves to talk about things that are going on in our community. You get me? Like, so yeah, man, it's good to see the circle.
What we need to sort out. Yeah, so
like, I'm just gonna throw out some ideas. None of these ideas ain't concrete. You get me? Just, you know, yeah, you know how you know how I just through life, but like. Looking at the whole gang thing, looking at the man them, the situation. Yeah. Looking at the whole gang thing, looking at the whole man them, the situation, and seeing that they done the mothers against guns thing, you get me? And for me, the mothers against guns weren't gonna do nothing against guns. Cause a lot of men will tell you they got their strap to stay alive for mummy, you get me?
Straight.
So, you get me? And when they're talking about mothers against guns, one of the main things I realised that they didn't want to ever talk about is fathers against guns.
Straight.
You get me? Because it's that, I personally believe that it's that male energy that is going to be able to change a lot of the male youth. You get me? For me personally, the gang for me, that was my family. You understand?
100.
Because man didn't grow up with no man figure in the house or nothing like that. So when I saw the man them on road, the big brothers and that,
Straight.
and them man was the strongest. Them man was the bravest. Them man had the courage. You get me? Them man was rebels. You get me? Not that they weren't even brothers that done the right thing that didn't have them energies. But on the roads, it's like man saw it. I always saw it at play. I see man them roll up, and my man would back his brethren with that full heart. I respected that. So that's a thing that it's like it became embedded in me, innit? You know what I'm saying? So even when we're talking about this whole road thing, man really want to see, is the whole roads bad? Or is it the fact that we're killing ourselves, the bad thing about the roads? You know what I'm saying? Cause just because man's working in a 9 to 5, it don't mean man's good. Cause this system ain't no good.
Straight.
You get me? So you get me? It's like you're working for one evil against the next evil.
Trust me.
You get me?
I
Like,
know what I mean. The way that it is, it's like you have to like. It's like the parents are busy in it, and the way that the minimum wage, like, it stays the same, but the price of everything goes up. So the parents have to work enough. So then, do you understand? Even if the parents are about, like, obviously in every instance they're not, but even if they are about, like, they're so busy they can't really. Do you get what I mean? And then it's like the man them are on the block. They want new crepes.
So that's what comes.
You know what I mean?
So it comes back to the solution. What's the solution? You get me? It takes a community to raise a child, fam.
Come on, because we
That's
had
what
after
it
school,
takes,
we had
fam.
after school clubs.
That's
Now
what
they
it
even
takes.
got that.
Let me not even get round to the crux and be talking all the. You get
even
me?
got that.
The reality is that the youths them need that big brother
Guidance,
figure.
fam.
You
They
get
need-
me?
they need
Like they
guidance.
need to see the real bruv. You get me? Cause I had olders, but one thing about my olders, you see when I come to my olders yard, yeah, 'cause I could go there, blaze everything, yeah. But you see if I came there during school hours,
You're
man's
getting
getting
paid.
chased.
Straight paid.
And I'm saying go school, blood.
Straight. Come
Why
out
you
the
out
yard.
of school,
Joke
fam?
thing,
I
yeah.
would leave there. I wouldn't go to school, but it was in my mental. You get me? So even when I was doing my thing, you get me? And I had young G's, obviously, even that whole young G's thing, it's more of a natural thing.
Yeah.
The young G's there and he's doing his thing and he's doing it a bit scatty. You say, come over here, man.
Yeah, love it,
Come
yeah,
over here.
guide
And
him, yeah, it's
you
love.
get me? Cause he's all rapping, man. Man, that robbery thing, just do your thing silent, bro. But make sure you're in school, cuz.
Yeah,
You get me? So that's one of the all of my young G's will tell you, like, even when I was out here, they all had to be in school. They all had to know their history. They had to know their roots. They had to know their worth. They had to know that it ain't no thing where you're out there beefing your brother, fam. That's dead energy, fam. You get me? Cause man's got real young G's that are in the grave right now. You get me? So it's not a thing where man's here talking no foolishness. I got real young G's that are in the grave right now. And if I didn't make certain choices when I was younger, they might not even be there, fam. How about that? Because the choices I made, I influenced one youth.
Yeah.
I'm on this righteous thing now. I've come back from Jamaica. I'm on some Rasta thing. But you see that youth? He's still on badness.
Crud, yeah.
He's on the most crud now.
Yeah.
You get me? He's influenced this young G.
Elevated
He's
with
in
it as
jail.
well. Come on.
The young G's got licked down.
Ripple
So even
effects.
me, I feel like I've got I've had something to play in that, innit? Because if I didn't tell my man, if I wasn't there telling my man, oh, why you not smoking cigarettes, you're an idiot. This is the mentality that man had. This is how confused I was, bro. I tell my brethren, if you're not smoking cigarettes, you're soft.
Mad.
You get me? So I had a man that he was budding it, budding all of that. This is the youth that told me about Selassie and Ethiopia. I said, bro, Africa? The man not from Africa, but you African boo-boo. That's what I said to my man. Till I had to get sent to Jamaica
To know yourself.
for the Rasta man to tell me, bruv, you're an African,
Know
fam.
yourself, yeah.
You get me?
self-teaching.
I had to get a self-teaching and then come back and tell him, man, yo, I'm an African.
Man.
Man's confused. Is that the same you? Man, I'm thinking, is that the same you?
Because the liberty's changed
The
now.
liberty's changed,
you're
fam.
on a different
You
path
get
now,
me?
that's how it
So,
goes.
Growth.
yeah.
Of course.
So my main thing is the
That's what we're
solution,
here
though.
to do.
Do you know what
So-
it is though as well, yeah? See the system, yeah? The system wants, like, the system wants it this way. Like, I mean, this is something that I've been preying for a long time now. If you look at, like, the music that they play in the charts, for example, yeah? What was that song a few years ago? Something about I'm in love with the coca or something like that. So it's like, you got every 5-year-old child singing about slanging boxes, bruv. Do you understand, cuz? So it's like the system's promoting that, but you can't swear. They have to stick a sticker on for parental adversary for when you swear. But what about all the other crud they're peddling?
100%.
Do you understand?
That's
They
why-
perpetuate
you know
it.
that comes
You
back
understand?
That comes back to the solutions. So that's why it's all about Alliance of Defiance. My brother Jedi, them man there in the studio making that music that is real heart music, bro. It's my favorite artist. You get me? Some of my favorite tunes, man sat down in the studio. What's the meaning of life? Are you mad?
Mad.
What's the meaning of life? Are you mad, fam? Man, them know.
Mad.
You get me?
One way you know, go get
Brother,
the
so
lyrics
you
to that.
get me? So this thing here, yeah, is like we've got the solutions, but it's just about creating the platforms. This thing, one side is the PR.
What is the solution if we have the solution? What is the solution?
I think you're part of the key solution because marketing and PR is where our people have got like that. That's something that I feel like artist-wise, revolution-wise, community-wise. That's one place where we're very weak right now. You get me?
Because you know what I see? I see a lot of the brothers and sisters out there, they've already got the skill set. So like if you're shutting, you're basically running a business.
Come
So you
on.
have business skills. So what I would like to see is us transfer those same business skills that it takes to shot weed, for example, and shot a legal product and set up a legal corporation.
I don't want to talk
It's the
too
same
much,
skill set.
but you can see it here. What I'm saying is that same thing you're talking about of man coming from the roads. Yeah, if you look around in the essence, I don't want to talk too much.
Course.
Yeah, but we got something called the Hustlers Holy Book as well. You get me? By generals. I don't want to talk too much, but there's some big things going on. So go get the Hustlers Holy Book and make sure you invest
we
in
cop
Hustler
that?
Far
Where
Right.
can we cop that, man?
You get me? Go into Instagram and follow the Hustlers Holy Book and Amazon. You can get the Hustlers Holy Book on Amazon as well. You get me? The man them wrote their own book.
What's
Man
the
was in
summary
jail.
of that book? What's the summary of
Man
that
was
book?
in jail when they wrote the book.
Boy,
Yeah, just making a transition. Business.
Business.
The
It's
same
like
thing
you
you're talking
said,
about.
The same thing you said. Taking your skill set
yeah.
from what you know
Yeah.
and then applying it into
And
the
then-
business world
yeah,
and
yeah.
going corporate with it.
Heavy,
so instead of making your hundreds, you're gonna
Yeah.
thousands. You
Yeah,
can make
yeah.
basically millions.
Yeah.
You
That's
understand?
the one,
But the same thing.
Yeah,
Be
yeah.
legit. Employ people.
Yeah.
It's about the choice.
Hustlers Holy Book. Yeah.
So when we're making this piece, like the main thing I always say here is obviously man's like we gotta be funding the revolution, fam.
100%.
You get me? We can't be making this piece and just making Giuseppe nice, family. I know he's got certain gums that the man them like. It's cool. I know man that wear that, but I always tell my man them like, you see me, bro. I'm wearing a Hustler Far Right hat and I'm proud. I'm wearing this awake thing and I'm proud. Our story fashion. Because these are people that I know, bruv. These are people that come from the community. So if you've got a brother that's got a brand and you ain't supporting his thing and pushing his thing, you get me?
And the brand's got meaning.
But you're pushing Giuseppe
meaning.
and you're pushing Nike and these man who don't give a damn about you, then you get me? They wouldn't even give you 50p, bruv.
Come
Tommy
on.
Hilfiger, he's racist.
Yeah,
Tommy
he's
Kill
not
nigga. You get me? Yeah.
Yeah,
So
man.
why are
Come
we
on.
investing in these guys? You get me? And we're not investing and pushing our own thing. So that's one of the main.
Can I just jump
that's
in?
one
I'm
of the
not
main
wearing
things.
one of
No,
my
you're good.
t-shirts, but I'll just show you on the phone. Look, that's my thing. Lives over knives. It basically says it there, but I read it out for you as well. Talk to your youngers, talk to your children, give them guidance. Don't regret what you could have done when they are dead or in jail for life. Now, as far as I'm concerned, this goes for everybody within our communities because the system is perpetuating these ideas, or the internet, YouTube, all of these things. Like, I've had messages, like in my phone, of people contacting me where a child got stabbed 13 times in Oxford and things like that. So it's prominent throughout the UK. It doesn't matter if it's Scotland or wherever. They're all embracing certain things. So it's like, everybody has to take note. Every parent, everybody in society. As far as I'm concerned, the rate that certain things are happening now and the things that are going on and the lives that are getting lost on the street, every single adult should be thinking, is there a youth or a young person that's near me that I need to talk to about these matters? Because if they're not, then boy.
When you say talking, what do you mean?
I mean, like, talk to them about the reasons it happens. Do you think, what do you think? Obviously, nobody, like, I'll give you an example. Like,
basically, me, brother, talking is done. We've lost too many. We've lost too much. You know what we got to do right now?
What you said though.
You see where it is, fam. We got to go into this thing, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
You see what time? You see what time it is now, yeah. This is the time. This is when we're going to see something change. I don't know if it's going to happen in this generation or the next generation. You get me? But it's going to be up to the man them. And this goes out to the man them watching, bro. You see all liking the thing, messaging man, telling man you love the works. Bro, man don't care about all of that, bro. You don't have to gas my head. You see what man have to do? We have to link up, fam. We have to link up and we got to do something, bro. Because otherwise, bro, man just trying to gas my head, fam. I'm not into that, fam. Even the man that said, respect, bro, I'm not into that. I'm not trying to glorify myself in any way, shape or form. You get me? I want to see this work get done, though. So I want to see the big brothers out there, because I know you're out there. I know there's at least 300 man out there that want to see the thing change and they know what I want. But what I clocked is we might, but we start off with the 300, you get me? Obviously, when we get, what I've clocked about the gang thing, yeah, and the man then can tell me if I'm wrong here. In every gang I've ever come across, there's one youth that loves his people.
Always.
There's one youth that is conscious. There's one youth that's aware, at least one. The minimum is one. You could have the whole gang that's slightly conscious.
And he's always going to rub off on the rest of them anyway.
Right. Man them always listen to him where that is concerned. If it's about culture or it's about consciousness or anything to do with that, even the man that ain't into it, they're gonna listen to man. You get me? So that's what we need to do. Is them man that need to really link in. You get me? And when we link up, you get me? Then we can go. Because we march all the time. People march to Parliament and all of this, fam. Let's march to our communities. We're talking about reparations, bruv. Like, these men are gonna give us any peace. We're gonna have to demand peace, fam. So the real reparations is repair. That's repair. So we're gonna repair ourselves, bruv. We're gonna go to our communities and repair ourselves, bruv. 100%. You get me? Even if 300 of us see one youth, bruv. If we see one youth and that youth is changed, bruv. Because imagine, fam, I lied to that when you was a young G. If you saw 300 man uniform marching down to your ends when you was 13,
on a positive thing, like you
saying,
respect
come, bruv, we take them paintballing.
You respect.
Let's take them paintballing.
1000%. You respect that.
Let's take them training.
All you're looking for is
bruv,
like an older to just
come on, bruv. We told them, bruv, as soon as you man went out, you link us, man, bruv, and no one can't touch you after that, bruv.
You're free, straight. 100.
Yeah, I was gonna say, me personally, yeah. I was gonna say, hold on. I was gonna say, yeah. Us, yeah. I think we need to create our own system. I think we're already doing it still, slightly. I've seen a little bit of the change already, where we're creating our own system, to the point where me and the brothers and that, we come down Speaker's Corner. I remember the point where it was only a few of us that was coming down Speaker's Corner and chatting. You know what I mean? A couple of brothers looked at some of the videos and was like, "Rah, that's my man from so and so. I didn't know he was on this thing." Then the next bedroom seen another one. "Rah, is he on this? Well, I didn't even know." And then man, I get a phone call saying, "Yo, I didn't know you was on the energy thing. What kind of stuff can you tell me? Can you teach me?" And I said, "Do you know what? Come and look at some of the live streams when us that are chatting. Do you know what I mean? Like the live stream that we did, we did a big show just the other day, yeah? Just vibes in and just breaking up information because what it is, yeah? Yeah. Because what it is, yeah, a lot of
it out, so my man.
Yeah, why down? Yeah. Come in. Sorry, bro. Because what it is, yeah, a lot of us here are still dealing with the sickness, and this is why I always say the medicine. People know this is medicine because the medicine is gonna work, but it takes time in it. Do you know what I mean? And we're creating that medicine here because look at us all today already. Everybody come with their energy. My man come and bought these hats, clothing. Everyone was like, "Do you know what? Let me grab that. Let me wear and let me support." Do you see what I'm saying? So what it is we got to start teaching and telling some of the youth them like this. Come and check some of these videos. Come and listen. You might not like it, but have a little snippet at this and tell me what you think. What does it do to your mind?
If they don't take it that time, it will resonate in the future. You understand? Always.
100%. So I think the videos that we're doing now, we're supporting each other, we're doing these videos, bringing out this little bit of information. We need to start encouraging most of the young people to look into the channels. Come down to Speaker's Corner and see what's going on. Do you see what I'm saying? Even with amongst all the people, because they can see the diversity, different cultures, different people coming with different ideas. But this is good for us because at least they can see us active here. Do you know what I mean? Giving out the information, talking amongst yourself. Do you know what I mean? Kind of like the gang thing. This is what the gang man do. This is what they do. They meet up just like this, chilling. Do you know what I mean? Chatting, circle. One man might split a bar. Come on. That's how it goes.
That's how you provide the connection.
That's how you provide the connection. Do you see what I'm saying? So this thing here is this is the system. This is the new system, and I know it's happening. And this is why I got a smile on my face because I know, the thing is working. The medicine is working, and it's slowly gonna get there. Because I'm telling you, you see the numbers here. In a couple more months' time, if we're still pushing it and pushing that right vibration energy, I'm telling you, the circle's gonna be all down there, down there. Man, they're coming from Birmingham, coming from there, coming from here.
Brothers coming from Birmingham. You got them side brothers coming from Birmingham next week, bro.
I'm telling you,
And next week's a shutdown as well, still.
Alright then.
And we gotta just get off on the goal next week as well.
Because I remember when I was looking for something for my young prince, it took me literally 3 years to get. I was looking for something with culture, with the Black history and everything. It took me literally 3 years to get something. I googled everything, but the information wasn't out there. So do you guys do anything apart from?
Sometimes even when it's not the I, there's someone I can put in the thing of. There's a brother called Love Is Just a Verb. He's got something called the Manhood Academy. Sis.
I'll give you the flyers for that because I represent it.
Yeah, see it there?
Because
Oh yeah. See it? Yeah, I forgot. See the energies?
What I find with these programs is that they're up to the age of 6 and it just stops there.
No.
So they have
What we
nothing
do,
to ask.
what you see, the Manhood Academy has what we have tweens and we have teenagers. They separate the two. Now you have different other organisations. As you got a guy here that works with Brother Minka, and they do Saturday schooling. Then you've got the Manhood Academy, which now they're bringing Sisterhood Academy. So I can give you the information. I can give you all the flyers. In the big nutshell, we are starting to join up together without us even realising the dots are coming in. So understanding that for us, like I come from Black Eyes TV, right? And we've got a store, which we call the Black Eyes TV store. And what we're doing is we're bridging the gap between the UK and the USA. So with people that have products in America, plus the people that have the products in the UK, we're colliding them together so that people can go to a one-stop shop and able to provide whatever they are selling, regardless. So whether it's health, whether it's medicines, whether it's clothes, whether it's just getting work, socializing, financials, even the whole lot, so that we can create a community so that we can build ourselves forward.
That's the powers. That's the powers. So, and even if I speak on Manhood Academy from the outside, you get me?
Yeah, I'm gonna go get
Manhood Academy is, for me, Manhood Academy is life changing, you get me? Because Love Is Just a Verb, I know him as a brother, you get me? I went down to his youth club and I done a performance for the youths then, and he's got such a good art and done so much in the community. But this Manhood Academy is getting all of the youths, yeah, like the sister and son, and she wants to keep them on the straight and narrow, you get me? And then on top of that, what I was talking to the same brother about is we got them brothers there doing that, so we have to promote that. And then now we got to catch the youths that fall through those gaps. Through the cracks. Yeah, because there's still youths that are going to fall through the gaps. So you see them youths that fall through the gaps, we got to have something where they know they can link in and man can build. And this is where, like Gab said, this is the start. Because on a Sunday, man can roll up and link up with the brothers them. Just like man used to go church. You get me? Yeah, just like a man go, you get me? Just like 7-day Adventists on a Saturday, they go church. You understand? Man roll up and we power up together, innit? We reason together. It's a circle thing.
So next Sunday, I'm thinking everyone here is going to make an effort to come down there, and they're going to try and bring at least one person with them.
Jedi to you.
Try and get at least one person. Try and get one person to commit to coming down. Now, you might find that this week you come down and you stood around for hours and not much really happened. But someone over there saw 5 of you lot together congregating, and that inspired them to come down. And the reason why we come down is so that we have a physical place that we can touch bases with each other. Because phones and technology and social networks is all good, but as soon as you pick up that phone, your brainwaves start shifting. It's not really that conducive for consciousness. So let's meet each other in the flesh, where we can see each other face to face. We can read each other's body language and know what we're dealing with. We share information, and we need to go back more like that, where we're getting in tune with each other on a natural basis, not just through phones and stuff like that. Each time we come down there, each one make an effort to bring something that they can show to somebody else. I will bring down my drinks, my food, my whatever. My man's got books, Hustler Farai's got books, Raven's got stuff. Bring down your plans.
I don't mind sharing.
But I mean, if we all come down and we hold just a little area, I'm not talking about segregating ourselves from it. I'm just saying, just starting a little speakers corner community on a Sunday where we know that I can come and Titans will be there, content will be there, you know, I can speak to Bilal and all these other different characters. I think that would be more conducive to us building something. That's what I want to say. Sorry, brother?
Charity as well.
Charity.
Some charities.
Boy, I think you lot's time. If you're willing to come down here and spend time with me and others, that's charity enough because time is valuable. 100%. So like,
and the energy. The main thing about the energy here, is love and respect, innit? Absolutely. Those are the two key principles to building anything, bruv. You could have all the brains, you could have all the money. If you ain't got love and respect amongst the thing, then it's gonna crumble down at some point. You get me? That's why even the G's, when we unite, our main thing has to be solidarity. That means, bro, it doesn't matter if I don't like you right now. I'm telling you, there's certain people, I don't really like them, I've had my problems, but I'll still stand in unity with them. Because the mission is bigger than those little petty differences we have. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reality, car. Every hustler far right hat you see, every t-shirt you see, not one, everything was given freely by the person. You get me? Yeah, hustler far right. They gave all of this out today. You get me? Like, man try to offer man money, man say, no, I'm not taking no money. You get me? From no one. Man said, all right, we're gonna.
One the other week if I would have wore it.
Yeah, come on. and you know what man said? Man said, all right, cool. Man, I'll do a donation pot. You get me? And you get me? We bought food and all of them things there for the people's them. You know what I'm saying? So there's food here, there's drink here. You know what I'm saying? Everyone brings some grapes. You get me some fruits. We should promote some high-tide living really. So everyone should bring a different. You get me?
But most importantly, bring an open mind. You know, and leave your prejudice them at home. That's what was gonna differentiate us. Because standing here, there's some Muslims, Rastafarians, there's Christians, there's a Buddhist man standing right here. There's so many different people. And our unity inspires others. See, they see us standing around talking. They're like, "What's going on over there?" And then before you know it. But those people that really want to come and they're not just here for voyeurism, they want to get involved and connect with each other, they will remain. And those that just want to look, they'll get bored because we're not here to feed other people's thing.
That's the difference
That's
the difference between leaves and roots. The leaves fall off, but the roots remain, innit?
Yeah. Chimpanzees and gorillas.
There you go. So,
you get me? Some of them man are chimpanzees. You get me? There's chimpanzee mindset and gorilla mindset. And that's why, you know what I love about this, Because, and Jedi done it naturally the first time he came here, the first time I saw it, Because sometimes you have small congregations of people, that are reasoning. But anytime you see a big group, better know that it's passa. This one's cussing that one and that one's cussing this one. It's nothing conducive. So what I love most about this is there's so many people, and everyone's here just on a harmony thing. You get me? Everyone, when you want to speak, say your thing. That's how it is.
And everything.
Come on, family. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the foundation. If we haven't got that, I've seen so many organizations, I've seen so many people try to build, and because they didn't have love and respect at the core, because they didn't have solidarity at the core, something made them divide over time. You get me? But once we put that as the foundation, you know, like there's a parable that says, build your house on the rock, fam. Don't build it on the sand, my G. Yeah, 100%. Because you get me. We know what them man came with, but we know there's still wisdom, bruv. Build it on the rock, fam, and that rock is that love, respect, and you get me, solidarity. You get me, co-OE. You get me, content over everything. You get me, content over everything exists, coexist.
Coexistence.
See the science?
So for me, so we're saying something. For me, one of the solutions is we are the solution. 100%. Do you know what I'm saying? Because if we know better, then let's do better. We've got investors here, we've got teachers here, we've got artists here. Mr. Riggs, he deals with international affairs. He's trying to deal with that bridge. Where is he? Is he there? Yeah, Mr. Riggs is there. He's trying to deal with international affairs. He's linking up the UK to the USA, the UK to Africa, USA to Africa. Do you know what I'm saying? And talking back to reaching out to our youths and them. If all of these like-minded people come together and start something, what we start, other people can gravitate towards. Do you know what I mean? Because someone said about just walking into a community.
Can I ask a question of everyone though? Yeah. Like literally, I want everyone's responses. I'm gonna start from you, my brother. If you lot could just go around with the answer, what do you want?
Basically, like the one reason why it's not best to ask me is I always come with a question. Like,
just answer this time.
What do I want out of life? What do I want out of existence?
Don't let me lead you. What do you want?
I'll come back to you.
What do you want?
I wouldn't be able to give you an answer straight off.
This is one thing that we've identified. We want to come together, have a common cause. But what do people want?
I'll tell you what I want.
Tell out, what do you want, my brother?
You know, Henry Ford was asked this question, and he said that if he asked the people what they wanted, they would have said faster horses.
Okay.
Yeah. So people don't normally know what they want, but they know what they don't want.
You know what I want?
Yeah.
I want a better world for everyone. That's what I want. Better world for everyone. For real.
What do I want? Peace, inner peace.
Yeah. Inner peace as well.
Yeah, peace and happiness for everyone.
With me, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, boy, me personally, what I want to see the youth them grow up and get the knowledge. That's the reason why I come and speak. That's the reason why I come here and you see me on the channels trying to talk and give it a little bit of knowledge, because I come from that same place where, you know, getting involved with the gangs and all that, like most of the brothers, well, I don't want to know, well, some of the brothers here. I was on the roads. I was that child or that person that we're talking about now that was on the roads doing madness. And if it wasn't for me getting that knowledge, yeah, and feeding my own mind, I wouldn't be able to get the peace. Do you see what I'm saying? The peace will come with the knowledge. Once you understand the knowledge, the peace will come. Do you see what I'm saying? So at this moment in time, I just want to see the youth in that get that first bit of knowledge, or start to understand and look into the knowledge and into the medicine. That's what I call it. Look into the medicine and start healing yourself. And then all the stuff like peace, love, respect, and all them stuff come along with it. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I want to see. I want to see the youth them start to get the knowledge and get that inner peace. Do you know what I mean?
Brother Raven, I see you back there. What do you want, brother?
What's up, family? You good?
See you, man.
Hey, honestly, I think we're all gonna be on the same page. We're saying like we want global, well, just inner peace and global peace. I say, right? And with me, you know my words. I always try to make things tangible from a day-to-day process. So the ultimate goal is world peace, but starting with the community. So I want to find ways to network all our communities together to make sure we can do better. So that's what I'm about.
Okay.
That's what it is.
Well,
Mike, I see you there.
Yeah, I think it starts with the children. Do you get what I'm saying? So I think that's why I'm here. I'm here to, whatever you do, whatever religion you're into, I'm not against you. I just think that you must find yourself in it. So if you're African, you must find the African perspective in what you're doing. And that's it. So I'm just here to correct people's status. You know what I mean? And peace and love for everyone, yeah.
Reeks.
Basically, I just want my people them to wake up and understand, you get what I'm saying, the levels of teachings and all these things that separate us. We need to drop it out. You understand? Let's band together and make this thing happen. And we don't need the system to make things work. Enough man want to build up underneath the system's regime. Is what my brother said. It's like go in jail and making yourself comfy. Yeah, cool. That's a situation no one wants to be in. So why be in it if you don't have to be in it? Let's get away from that thing and just be free men, you get what I'm saying? That's my thing, but I can't talk too much on camera, you get me? Yes. Jed knows. He knows.
Yeah. Freedom, liberation, knowledge yourself, inner peace. Short and sweet, basically. Do you know what I'm saying? For my people.
A lot of civil youths have critical thinking on everything they do. And that's a problem. They're taught so much rubbish. They listen to so much rubbish. They don't taught how to think critically now about life properly. That's why there's so much madness. They need to promote the kids to think critically for themselves and for the society they live in. So,
My brother, are you in? Are you in? Yeah, I'm asking everybody what they want. Come across. About anything. What do you want?
From someone or
From life. What do you want in life?
Me personally.
Basically, do you want change? What do you want to see happen in life?
That's a very massive topic.
It is.
It's a big topic.
So you don't know what you want?
It's an easy question.
Me personally, yeah, of course we want, health and wealth in it, like in life, in it.
That's
So
it,
you
that's
want.
your answer, innit? Yeah.
What's wealth to you though? What would you consider
Well,
wealth?
No. Me personally, wealth, I would say, is something like, family, of course, is a type of wealth. Yeah, of course, financially is one part as well. You want to be financially stable, but you have to find the means to get that. Of course, financially stable. There's many ways to obtain finances, but you want to do it in a legit way, and of course, in a way which benefits not only you but those around you as well. So, and health as well. I think health is a big factor, but I think it's overlooked a lot as well. So I think health is a key factor which many people need to focus on as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it I can think of at the moment. But
Nice one.
You can ask someone else.
Well, for me, I'm just going to say it's not fair because these guys, I took enough time to make my answer by the time we got here. So I'm just going to say, for me, personally, is to please the Creator. Because once we please the Creator, He'll be pleased with you, and He's going to make other people be pleased with you. And we can only come together, according to the way the Creator explained to us, that we can only come together in righteousness and in good. And we can't cooperate upon evil and misguidance. So that's what I'm going to say.
I just want to be useful, kind, balanced, and then on top of that, if anybody here is interested in learning math and science, I want to do that today, innit? So if you want to do that, let's do that. That's what I want, fam.
We missed one brother here.
You asked me what I want. I can answer that from a spiritual perspective, or I can answer that from a worldly perspective. If you're talking about spiritually, I want to please the Creator. Now, if you're talking about on a worldly perspective, this realm that we live in, I want power, right? Now, I need to explain what I mean. Now, Eldridge Cleaver, the great Stokely Carmichael and Huey P. Newton said, power only talks to power. Now, we're living under a system that nearly full of calls the globally operating system of racism and white supremacy. Now, I'm trying to hustle, do my little thing. I'm a Chinese herbal medicine practitioner. I'm hustling in my basement, I'm trying to get customers coming in. Am I really having an impact on the pharmaceutical industry? No, I'm not. Am I really having an impact on the BMA? No, I'm not. Now, I'm an advocate of the medical usage of cannabis. I don't smoke it myself as a Muslim, but I'm an advocate of using it for medicinal purposes, and I can tell you now, my wife uses it and it works, right? So for me, yeah, I'm for medicinal. I'll take that now clean. Right? If we're talking about we want to make a hit on the system, legalize cannabis, we take out the whole cancer industry. Let's call it what it is. It's the cancer industry. Yeah. But we can't do that unless we have power. So I want power, not for my sake, because I know I'm a man and I could become corrupted. But the reality is we need power. And we have to do that working commonly together. Now there's a Kemet man here, there's a Buddhist man here, there's all kind of people here. I don't have to agree with all of you, you don't have to agree with me. But let's agree on one thing, as my brother Mahmoud said, and the Quran says this, let's come together on a good word. Come together on a good word, that we see justice prevail on this planet. So yeah, I want power, because as long as this globally operating system is flourishing and we ain't challenging in all of the 7 spheres of life that Neely Fuller spoke about, we're sitting here and we're chatting shit. We're chatting shit, right?
That's real life.
We gotta start bringing it back to what it means is revolution. And I tell you that now, the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was a revolutionary. And as a Muslim, I stand on that. Now that don't mean I'm a supporter of ISIS, that don't mean I want to bomb you, but you know what? Me want me justice, not just us. And I see that. So yeah, I want power, and I want to see for all of God's creation, whether you believe in him or you don't believe in him. I want to see each and every one of you live the way I want to see my son live, in a civilization where he's respected for who he is, as an individual and what he achieves, and not the color of his skin or even his faith. But he's looked at as a decent man and a decent human being.
That's real life. That's real life. That's a real spit right there.
No pressure, sister. No pressure, sister.
I just want to see change for the youths. That's it. Right about now.
Yeah. I just want to provide the information that basically the whole government is using to oppress us to all the people them very quickly. That's what I want to do. So that, again, there could be peace and there could be safety. Because, like I say, they're using the power to create regulations. Well, it's the same, it's all there. So I want to provide that to the people as quickly as possible so that they could govern them also. You know what I mean?
Oh, my boss. Boss,
No, I'm just came in here. You want something to say?
Wait, why don't you feel included?
No, I just came in here. I'm trying to get where you are. I'm just trying to listen.
I can ask you now, yeah?
What do you want?
I'm asking you, what do you want?
We're
united here, yeah? And we're asking everybody, what do they want? In life. In life.
What do they want to see happen?
What do I want to see happen?
Not even in life.
I don't want to put the in life there.
I want to see. What I want to see happen, actually, is to see the whole continent of Africa and all blacks coming together and freeing the whole continent of Africa and taking off Western capitalists that have hijacked the whole of Africa. That's what I want to see happen. That's all. If I live to see that happen, blacks coming together, not trying to challenge white supremacy, but taking power back over their continent, and let all of us deal on an equal platform, both white, black, without discrimination, and just lead our own and take our own destiny in our hand. That's what I want to happen. That's all.
The YG, don't try to hide. I'm coming for you.
Try to run away.
And your sister and you too.
That's mummy, so mummy's included.
We definitely need to hear from both generations, please.
Okay, what I want to see is a united, united Africa, as the brother was saying, and peace for our children. There's too many killings. It's just heart-wrenching. Every other day or every other week we see a killing. So we just want to see unity and our men and women taking their places in society, basically.
Well, basically, the same as what my mom said, isn't it? Like, unity within our community, because right now, in my generation, as you can see from the music, everyone's like, oh, K this, K that, kill opposition. Like, there's no need for that. Yeah.
Enough of that.
I'm going to say 3 words here: unity, strength, and balance amongst my people. Simple. Simple. Boom.
Cameraman, man.
Are you in a big man? That's you. You're on the camera.
Oh, well, for me, I don't know, I just want to see, I want to see us questioning things, I want to see us challenging things, I want to see us advancing, growing, using our minds, using our brains, making advancements, because we have a tendency to always look at the ancient world as so advanced, and then, we start talking about how we've fallen and how we're at this juncture right now. But I think what we should be doing is rebuilding. I think that's the word. The key word is rebuilding, raising the frequency, raising our thinking, and trying new things. Because the old ways, some of them are not working anymore. It's clearly evident, and the old men that are in power are using those old ways to oppress us. So what we need to do is try new things and stop doing the same old. So raise your frequency. That's what I would like to see.
All I want to see is the children of Africa in the diaspora work together to change the systems back home, because the people back home are not going to change nothing. And it's not something to debate about. We have the right to do it, so we can. All we need to do is go back and make it right. That's it.
I think I've been done already, We've done full circle.
Yeah, full
yeah.
This is what I want, innit? Get me? I want people to have a voice, and people know kind of where I stand on certain subjects. I want freedom. Freedom's a wide-ranging kind of request, but I want to feel free. I want to wake up and feel like all the choices I'm making are the choices I want to make, and I don't want to feel manipulated. I don't like to see the way that we are used against each other. I don't like to see the weapons and the tools that have been formed against us prospering, which is what it feels like is happening. But then we're here to be the exception to the rule, I suppose. You get me? So really, I just want everyone to feel like they're in control of themselves, and they've got a fair, equal standing with the man over there and the man over there. That's it. And then we can just live. Do you know what I mean? Because there's other things I want to do. I don't want to be standing up having to preach to man or try and make man or argue with man and debate. But I feel like when you look out there and you don't see nothing that don't represent you, you have to be that representation, innit? That's how I feel. Because if I don't speak, then I'm not going to hear another Jedi. And I hope all of you lot feel the same about yourselves as well. This is why I made everyone speak, because it's not a one-man voice or a two-man voice or whatever. Everyone's got their own perspectives. Two people can give the same answer but mean different things. And everyone's input is valid. I think so. If I answer the question again, it'd be I want everyone to feel empowered, everyone to know how important they are, because then we will get change in the world. Certain people think that they're not counted. They don't mean nothing. Do you know what I mean? And some people think they can make other people mean less.
Trust me.
You get me? But yeah, that's it really.
So what, can I ask one quick question?
Yeah,
go on. Yo, everybody. Is anybody here down to do some maths and science? Question for everybody here. Is anybody here down to do some math and science? Yeah? Like when?
Let's just hear what content wants.
Alright, cool. That's the question. What's that?
I want truth and honesty, and I want to sense that the truth is what I'm sensing. You know what I'm saying? I want the honesty in it. I want to know that people are being honest when they're dealing with man.
You want everyone to know what you really look like as well, innit?
I don't mind. I see behind the camera again. I hate that. Truth and honesty. That's it. Truth and honesty. Righteousness. Justice.
Yeah. Trip. My thing's simple still. Rastafari have a simple equation, and it says peace and equal rights and justice will lead to peace and love. You get me? And I feel like it's summarised in a lot of what a lot of the people said. You get me? If we have equal rights and justice, you get me? I don't want nothing over a man, but I don't want to be treated under a man. I don't want to be told I've got to assimilate to your system, be like you, speak like you, say yes sir, no sir, like yes master, no master, like slavery still air to survive in your system. I want to be myself. I want to love my culture. I want to have my locks and not be like my little brother who was told he couldn't go to the school because he had dreadlocks. Yeah, I want to live in a world that has true equal rights and justice. You understand? Then man can, then we'll have love and peace. Cause every day when I'm living my life, it's a love and peace thing. From people treat me right, I treat them right. From they respect me, I respect them, bro. I don't care who they are. It's only the disrespect that makes a man say, you know what, man's gonna have to deal with this violation. So, and if you're talking about like, obviously that's a, I've said everyone's got an objective goal, which is like something that we might not be able to reach, you get me? So equal rights and justice for the whole world, peace and love, but then there's a subjective, something that can actually happen. And what I really want is for all of the youths them that, all of the man them that really care about the youths to link up, you get me? And form something where we're taking back our communities.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Obviously I know the answer, but why have you asked for people to be mobilised today? Why?
Fam, it's just
be real, bruv. Speak on it.
What?
Why did you ask for people to be mobilised today? Because obviously we've been wanting to do a link up for a while, but why is it today? Was it imperative?
Because of last week. Yeah. So basically, when we're here just to discuss information, you know, have a righteous conversation, like build in it, freedom of speech. I want to hear what you lot got to say in it. I don't want to hear my own voice, cause anyone who knows me, when I come to Speaker's Corner for the first hour, I'm silent. I'm just listening. I listen to the Christian people say they're talking foolishness. There's a gem in there, fam, but you missed it because you said the man was talking foolishness. Because there was one verse and the verse showed you something from a different interpretation. But you didn't hear the verse because you said the man was talking foolishness. You understand? So, like, for me, the first thing I want to do is listen, and then after that, man, reason with people. That's what I want to do. But there's an energy in the park, which is like, this park is called Speaker's Corner, innit? You get me? It's not called Listeners Corner, not called Builders Corner.
Teachers
It's
Corner.
called not Teachers Corner, it's Speakers Corner. So a lot of people come here to speak. You get me? But it's good because we brought back the spirit of Ishmael Belgrove today. That's what we're bringing back. If anyone who knows about Speakers Corner knows we're bringing back an ancient spirit right now. Because anyone who knows about ancient Speakers Corner, in them times it was more politics. But right now we've got this religion thing, and it's like, I'm cool talking about religion if we're building. I'm cool, we can talk. We can talk about hadiths and the Bible verses and the Jews and who's Hebrew. We can have that conversation, but if it's going to cause a division between me and you, then there's no point, fam. Then it's not serving us. We're not even listening to the message, and we're arguing over messengers. Do you get me? So yeah, interpretations and messages and scholars for dollars and you know what I'm saying. So obviously right now, like the reason why this was important is because we as a this is a guerrilla circle. This is a family thing. We're like, anyone who comes into this, they can't bring no spirit of confusion. Never. You get me? Man come into this, man just on a piece of love thing when he comes in because of the energy of all the people. If someone comes with that's why solidarity is a good key, cuz. Because when solidarity is a key, when someone comes in on some division thing, everyone's looking at them like, what kind of energy is this guy pushing? You get me? Man clock him like, man stick out like I saw fun. So yeah, so that's one of the main reasons why man want to create this car. Man's been coming to Speaker's Corner. Obviously, there's man like Gabs who have been coming here for time. You get me? And why this is so beautiful is because most times over here, people are at each other's throat. Don't get it twisted. There's some nice reasonings that happen, but to see so many people in a circle. But you know what, Jedi? I want you to take it back round and ask another question because I like that. I like to hear all the different voices because that's another thing at Speaker's Corner. It's just two people, and there's so many people that have a jewel.
I've got a question for the group. What can you offer someone? Like, what can you contribute? What can you give? What can you give to the group? And we'll start with Brother Raven.
He knows what Black Goofy cannot. It's like Goofy cannot.
That's a good question. No, listen, has everyone heard of Mount Mellon here? Has everyone heard of Mount Mellon?
I've heard of it.
Right? So the concept of Mount Mellon is...
And let me say one thing before you say that, yeah? Because someone reminded me of this today. Marcus Garvey even spoke here back in the day. You get me?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, Marcus Garvey spoke here. You get me? So that's an energy. Ishmael Belgrove came here. You get me? So we just bring back that energy, and that's why I said, obviously,
So what it is, basically I'm trying to get people of African origin, people, black people, whatever it is, who are trying to be constructive, to come together to work on any kind of solution-based plan. So what I'm doing right here, I have to make things tangible. So I'm taking people's numbers. If you're on WhatsApp, I'm going to put you in a forum where we can network on certain themes. That's why I've been shouting for the whole couple of weeks coming down there, but that's why I'm here, innit? And also to listen to other intelligent speakers and find other ways that I can contribute. When you say skills, we've all got certain skill sets that we don't even know. We're so busy talking about certain things, we don't know what we can do, innit? So for me personally, I'm like a media director. So if you're talking about sound engineering, video editing, graphic design, web design, whatever it is, I've been doing it for years. So if anything like that benefits you, approach a man like me and we can build and we can try to do something constructive. But that's a good thing though, trying to find out people's skill sets. Do you know what I mean? So that's how man's like, that's how I start building things.
Yeah. So then that means I can use your services right now.
You can, yeah.
So let's take action.
Let's do that. That's it.
That's what it's about.
That's what it's about, bro. It's man's a real deal, isn't it?
What's the problem on CBS?
Yes.
Who on CBS?
I don't know. Who on CBS?
Murdoch.
Yeah.
Richard, is it something Murdoch? Rupert Murdoch?
Rupert Murdoch, yeah, go on.
Yeah.
This is our Rupert Murdoch right here. This is our Rupert Murdoch. Go for it. Del boy.
But yeah, at the end of the day, we need to activate what you do, to enlighten what you do, to transfer it into the reality. Because at the moment, it's in your phone.
Yes.
So let's take it out of...
That's a reality.
Yeah. So it's come from your mind into your phone. Now, we want to take what's in your phone and transfer it into the outer circle.
Yeah.
So then what I would say is that if I create events,
yes,
then you come along and bring the people to the events.
That makes sense. Yeah.
That is building.
That is building, yeah.
So then we take the action now.
That's how it works. You won't say me say no.
All right, so tell us what you do and what can you do for us?
Okay. What I do...
It's important to try and listen to each other, yeah? And not get distracted by our next man's thing. Cause I see the agents circling and that. You know what I mean? Let's listen to each other, man. If we're feeling a bit awkward, we make the circle proper and we keep it like, and then we keep it stiff. Cause them deb out, you get me?
Yeah, for real. Widen the circle.
Yeah, let's expand it a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's move back.
Oops, sorry.
Everyone's got space. Sorry, was you finished? Ray?
No, let him go there.
I just want to ask a question still.
Yeah, I just wanted to say something. Now, you see, we talk about moving forward and everything, yeah. But I was having a conversation today, and I was like, nowadays, yeah, just in London, in general, yeah, I can go, I'll be walking, and you can't even say hi yeah, with somebody looking at you weird. So if the communication, yeah, is off and everything, yeah, and you can't even actually talk to a man, how can you get people together and everything, yeah, to move forward if the communication is off and everything? Because we talk about, I know, like, this is really great and everything.
This is what we're trying to do, though. This is what we're trying to do.
Because I was talking about, I was like, if I go, like in Jamaica, I'm from Jamaica, like, and everything, and when I used to live in Jamaica, my grandma would be like, say hi to everybody on the road. Yeah. But me saying hi, yeah, that opens up your conversation. You understand? But because there's people are so anti and everything here, we can't even open up the conversation to talk about real topics. And if we can't talk about real topics and everything, how can we move forward? You understand? And that's what I was just saying.
Do you have real conversations in your life?
I have real conversations all the time. I love it.
You're doing your job. I'm doing my job, and everyone else here is doing their job. So we do know these conversations are taking place. What we need to do is keep having them and have them with more and more people, and try and balance it out. Because I know that some people need to indulge in things. Like I will watch World Star Hip Hop. Do you know what I mean? And watch people fighting and brucking each other up. But at the same time, I make sure I give equal, if not more, energy to what I deem to be righteous or constructive activity. So as long as we're all doing that and setting that as an example, that should be snowballing anyway. We know that we've got enough distractions. The one thing I'd say is, it's the phones and the tablets and the iPads. I think these are the things that are distracting us from ourselves the most. Because when you get a minute to chill, you're getting someone that's calling you, because this is what my belief is. The most important conversation everyone should be having every single day is not with God, it's not with their mom, it's not with their girl or their wife or their child, it's with themselves. Some people believe themselves to be God, so then I stand corrected if that's your paradigm, yeah? But we all need to be having these constructive conversations with ourselves.
Straight.
More than trying to look for someone else, just have it with yourself. Go through things, break stuff down. Do you understand? Encourage a healthy ground for healthy thoughts to be able to grow from, and that. Do you know what I mean? That's what you need to focus on, because it may come to a time where you don't get to chat to no one, but I still hope that you're living good.
It's because young brother before, he was talking about
sorry, I'm just gonna say one more thing. He was talking about like economics of Africa. And if you can't get a simple thing like communication right, and a totality and everything, because that's what's needed.
Alright, are you listening? Let me show you something, yeah? What I clocked is you can't watch what's not there. Cause if you look at life like that, if you look at life like that, you're always gonna have a million things to complain about and say, oh, but this is you get me. So what you gotta do is you just gotta concentrate on the good and be the change you wanna see in the world, bruv. You see me, bruv. I'm like right now. When I first started talking this conscious thing, when I came back from, no one was on it. Nobody want to hear about no Africa. Nobody want to hear about. I just trotted on my thing. I just kept on trodding. Bear man told me, yo, that thing's waste. Now, now certain man are having to say, yo, Ras, man, respect your thing, you know. Certain man that weren't even on it. You get me? So man, you just have to do what's right and trod, fam. You can't watch what's wrong with the world, bruv. You get me? You can't watch it in a way that lets it stifle you anyway. If you're talking about what's wrong with the world, bruv, you got to talk about it with some zeal in you. Like, yeah, I'm gonna change that. Like my brothers are kill each, but we gonna change that though.
Shut that down.
You get me? Cause one youth is priceless, innit? You get me? So
I'm dedicated to promoting constructive conversations, but what I deem to be constructive, the next man might not. You know what I mean? So you obviously do the same thing, and try and keep and give energy to those that are like-minded, and that's a very important thing to do, you know, because even though you might check for what Jedi's doing, he might not have a million people following him and bigging him up, or Raspet, or Raven, or any of the brothers here that have got little movements and that, yeah? We need to make sure that we are vocal, yeah? If that comes down to liking videos, yeah? Leaving comments, subscribing, sharing. Like, I know that's just in the social media realm, but that applies to life as well, innit? So in any way, shape or form, you see everyone supporting the Hustler Far Right thing. If you got a choice to pick between two hats, pick the Hustler Far Right hat. Get me? You know, like, it's just little things, little conscious moves that you move to support each other. Like, but I'm sure nothing of them can say what they're doing to improve conversations.
You gotta have them. Bring it back to the questions and answers.
The question is,
what can you offer us?
What can you offer? So me personally, I don't believe I have a lot to offer. Like, that's my personal opinion. When I think, oh, what have I got? I don't see that.
You can offer yourself.
But this is what I'm trying to say, and I value myself highly. Do you know what I mean? So in terms of anything else, I'm not sure. Like, there's a lot of things I do.
He's a speaker, he's a coordinator, he's a lyricist, he's an artist, he's a good he's got many things to offer. He's just being humble.
Yeah, well, it's not even humble, it's realistic, because you lot might not need a speaker. You lot can all speak.
Physical training, everything. The biggest thing that you have to offer is your testimony.
If I'm having an event,
there you
you know
go,
who's
bro.
hosting it.
There you
If I'm
go.
having an event, you know who's hosting the event, who I'm going to ask to host the event. Jedi, 1,000,000%.
Straight.
Respect for that,
%,
man.
because you can
Respect.
get the message. Sometimes I'm thinking of something and he says it just how a man wants to say it.
What I will say I offer is 100% loyalty and love, like genuine, unconditional love. I've got love for everybody here. Like, obviously, that doesn't mean that I'm a hippie. Doesn't mean that I'm gonna leave myself open to anything stupid. I'm not like I'm not a caricature. I'm a human being just like you lot. But yeah, genuinely, like, if you feel like you need somebody in your corner, I will definitely 100% have your back in anything that we take on board and anything we endeavour, and that's it. So I just want to be trustworthy to people. That's all I really want to offer. Someone you can believe and trust. That's it.
That's real.
Yeah, me? Boy, I bring knowledge, you know, things I've learned and studied, and I suppose with my age and experience. And I also have my own business. I've always had my own business for like 20, 30 years. I got a barber shop. Yeah, I cut hair and blah, blah, blah. That's in North London. Yeah, you can cut. Yeah, between Honors Grove and Bounds Green. Yeah, but yeah. So I've had many different types of business, you know, graphic design company. But my main thing is information. When it comes to us as a people, if you're ready to go back to Africa, I got land for sale. Yeah? Anywhere in Nigeria, I got you. Do you know what I'm saying? Just holler at your boy, straight up and down. So when you sort all the rest out, come holler at me if you're really about this Black Star Line and stuff and going back home, and we doing this. All right? Cool.
Before King jumps in, do you know the figures on how long our money stays in our community? Do you know the stats on that?
Yeah, it's like once or twice.
Once or twice, yeah.
I thought it was 0.
No,
I thought it don't even come
No,
around.
that stays in.
Yeah, at
I
best,
thought it was zero.
at best it's once or twice at best, but on average,
yeah, 2 cycles.
Yeah. But you look at other communities, it could be 7 to 12 or whatever.
Cycle, yeah, before they even think about spending.
Yeah.
Cool. Anyway, let's get this rotation going.
Yeah, so me, I like to think of myself as a jack of all trades a little bit. I'm an engineer. I've studied that for 4 years at 2 different colleges. I've got my own little DIY business which I got popping off. I work at a Saturday school, African history teacher at a Saturday school, and I'm actually studying to become a NQT, which is a newly qualified teacher. You know, so I'm doing 1 year at college, and then I'm gonna go into college, university to study, to get a degree, and then study my PCGE as well in a particular subject. You know, like Jedi, dedication, my hard work ethic is off the charts. Like, if I got love for you, then I would do anything for you. Do you know what I mean? But I gotta say, that's strictly for my own people, though. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I'm just keeping it real. I'm keeping it real, like, because we're so hurt, we're so damaged. You know, all I really want to do is just heal my own people. You know, so again, like Jedi, I bring that loyalty, I bring dedication, I bring the hard work. I'm actually studying psychology as well, but I'm doing that by myself. I've got a book in my bag. I've always got books in my bag, you know. So me, right now, I'm a work in progress, but I've got so much to offer, and just watch this space, all right?
I would offer my time, support, emotionally, any way how I was. So I don't help people, any way help. I can help, I want to help, any way, shape or form. I don't mind what you're doing, if you need help, lifting chairs, doing whatever, just shout at me. That's what I'm here for, to help my community.
Nice.
It's just my name, isn't it?
With me, yeah? The most I can say is I'm a plumber by trade, qualified plumber by trade, so if you need anything done to your pipes or anything like that, phone my phone. But other than that, come kick it with, man, you get me? Kick some knowledge. Other than that, I don't know, fam. Just try to get your badness. That's it.
Yeah, like I said myself, I'm trying to like social media, like we know, is very effective these days, you know, for youth and everything. So I'm trying to I write motivational quotes and everything like that, trying to use that platform to try and teach, you know, kids about there's more different ways of learning other than books and, you know, the conventional ways like school and that you can learn. Knowledge is everywhere and it's not just in one place. So I'm trying to use that social media platform, but also I'm trying to launch a new brand, like a campaign for clothes. So I'm trying to get out of this mentality of Versace, Gucci, stuff like that. So trying to keep money within, like you said, you know, keep it within communities and keep it within small brands. So our brand is, you can find it on Instagram, is LFE Official, is life. So I'm trying to reshape that, try and put more positive modes, try and use my quotes and that, and put it on t-shirts and stuff like that, and try and bring more of that knowledge to, you know, the streets, even around us, not only in schools and that. So yeah, I'm just working on that.
My speciality is, for the last 10 years, I've been a practitioner of Chinese medicine entitled cupping, which is bloodletting. The last two and a half years, I've been specializing in the usage of cannabis from a medical perspective. My other speciality is I'm a specialist in media. I did a degree in media studies at the University of Luton, and on and off for the last 25 years, I've been giving talks and lectures on decoding the media. I did a very famous lecture called From the Shadows, Exposing the New World Order, about 1996. Like I said, that's my specialities. Got a YouTube channel.
Did that From the Shadows have 60 parts to it?
No, it was one part. No, that was the Arrivals. That was the Arrivals. Mine was the original.
This was before the Arrivals.
I'm sure I've heard of this.
This was the inspiration for the Arrivals.
Yeah, my one was the original. I've got my own YouTube channel, which is Fight the Power Media. I'm also an award-winning poet. I do poetry and stuff like that up and down the UK. And like I said, that's my specialty. I've also worked as an Islamic chaplain, working in prisons, and I devised an anti-drink and drugs program. But yeah, when it comes to media, that's my real speciality. If you want to decode films, that's my speciality.
For once, I think I should have been on the right-hand side of his brother because I can't offer as much as what he offers, yeah. But what I'm going to say, Deen, according to me and my belief, Deen al-Mu'amala, Islam is a way of life and how to treat people. So all I can provide you is to treat you as a human being and be nice and give you my smile and treat you with respect. But if I work in IT as well, so if anything IT related, I can help out with that. So.
Cool.
Yes. My name's Bilal. I teach Arabic and online marketing. So anyone wants to get the Arabic up, come see me. You want to get your online marketing up, come see me. Yeah. Cool. Sister.
1 minute. I was just trying to sort something out. Yeah, my name is Mr. Riggs, the one and only African diaspora. You know, I represent all black people in everything I do, which we have a company called The New Beginning, which is joining up all the dots worldwide, from the USA to Africa to the Caribbean and back into Europe. So what we do is able to join the dots with everybody's creativity and pulling them all together into bringing to the resources for the people so that we can able to build and move forward. If you check us out on Black Eyes TV 7, which is a channel for the general public to see and to able to engage and understanding and learn and see what people are about. We have another website which is called the Black Eyes TV Store, which is now dealing with economics and dealing with all people's products, whether it's health, whether it's clothing, whether it's technology. We have it, we do it, we provide it. So what we're trying to say to you people out there is to actually make the move. Stop talking, stop leaving your mixtapes on the bed. Take your mixtapes and go and engage with people. The first principle is correspondence, period. So check us up, Black Eyes TV, and you'll see what I'm about.
Black Eyes TV.
7, don't forget. 7
What's the
lucky
question
number.
again? The black sprite, man.
Go on, Jedi, what's the question? Jedi, what's the question?
What can I offer?
Yeah, go.
For the community.
I'll just say what I can offer personally. I can offer support in any kind of way to everyone whenever they need it at all times. I've always been like that, and I'm strong in that. Like whether it's financially, emotionally, promotion-wise, you get me. I support everyone. So you need support for that, man. Hello.
Nah, man, I went already, man. I ain't no mind.
I tangle myself up here.
Honestly,
yeah, sure.
Do whatever, yeah.
Yeah, so. Say that again?
Gorrilla Circle Part 1.
Yeah, the Gorrilla Circle Part 1, you get me? Obviously, from here on in, next week, we're probably going to have a set topic. You get me?
Definitely.
Try have a topic, try even bring down certain speakers, because I know a lot of people, so we can even bring down people, you know what I'm saying? Try, I don't know, make something out of it, you know what I'm saying? But what I really want it to be a place is where we can brainstorm ideas and solutions. And the thing is, I don't want it to be no brainstorm thing. From here, it has to be an action thing. So even this whole thing, I'm not going to be happy until after talking this thing, and man, them are just tired of Raspek saying, yo, we need the GG. But man, they just say, yo, but Reggie, cut, yo, you get me? And we actually go out there and do something. Once we do that, that'll be one of the best days of my life, innit? When we actually go out there and we actually do it. And co-e roles, you get me? And we get me, car. That's changing the world, innit? Yeah, that's setting an example, innit? That's what the Black Panthers weren't just big car, they was policing the police. You get me? They was big car, they had food programs going on. You get me? They were doing it, they had health services going on. So them things there is what I would love for us to emulate.
What I would say is, I think that we are in dire need. There's two groups of people that we need a lot. Yo, my brothers, hear this, yeah? Just an opinion, yeah? There's two groups of people that we need a lot, yeah? That's the young and the old.
Straight.
Yeah, because that's what I see is lacking.
100%.
Yeah, I'm not saying you lot all look middle age, but we all seem to be around in the middle area. Yeah, so I want to see more teens. Yeah, even younger than the teens.
Youth,
yeah,
yes,
and I want to see more of the seniors. Yeah, more of the elders from the communities and whatnot. We need to break down some of that, some of them barriers.
Yeah.
That's for me personally. I don't have someone over 60 years old to go and speak to for advice, to call up, to go and check on and see if they're all right. That's my personal scenario. You get me? So I think we need to do something like that. So make sure. I got asked before whether this was suitable for for children. To be honest, I don't know how you lot feel. I would bring my children here personally.
Straight.
Yeah.
You see worse on telly, bro.
But it's everyone else's own personal preference.
It depends, innit? Like, obviously, certain topic matter is going to hit a certain thing. So it's like, collectively, are we going to have like a sort of circle code of conduct that if we have a younger generation, an old generation, we don't hit certain kind of frequency, certain kind of tones. You know what I'm trying to say? Man? You know what I'm trying to say?
I
You know what I'm trying to say?
I can't commit to that because the way I am with my children and that is that they are exposed to everything that the world has to offer in terms of reality. Yeah, obviously with the parental guidance where you're filling them in on what they are taking in. But I don't believe in pussyfooting or especially when you're trying to raise young soldiers, young empresses and people that are empowered. There needs to be nothing that can shock them in this world.
Straight, they need to know.
Is that a topic basis?
On topic, I like for me personally, I mean, what topic would you consider
inappropriate
for a child to?
I mean that, if I'm being honest. I'm talking about how we deliver the topic, how we deliver it.
Yeah,
you know.
Love and respect is one of the first conduct, one of the core things. But we can bust jokes, you get me? There's still freedom of speech. It's love and respect.
A man brought his family over here just earlier.
Yeah, 100%.
When he was talking, he wasn't over there. He was over here. He walked past, saw us, brought his family. Felt comfortable. You understand?
The impression like it's swear words.
Well, me personally, I'm obviously I've been rapping all my life, so swear words is cool. But I'm saying that when you're trying to get new people in the fold, from my experience, late night language we need to kind of monitor, innit? If you're going to try the youngers, and especially if you're trying to get their parents and the elder generation to come down. From what I've noticed, what I've observed, late night language is what people stay away from, innit? I don't know. There's art thing in it. So if you guys say no, we want everything on the table and use any kind of thing on the sun, that's you.
I hear what you're saying.
We should debate about it still. We should consider it. I don't think we should just automatically write it off because we've been told it's bad.
Yeah.
Me and my man, I don't think there's no such thing as bad words.
I agree with you.
No, I agree.
But that's my. But there's other perspectives.
And the reason for that, because
only high rise in the negative energy by seeing it as bad.
That's my personal opinion. I think we need to re-educate ourselves, if anything, about them kind of things. Because imagine this now, yeah. Imagine this.
Like the word fuck.
That
females using carnal knowledge.
Or fornication under the king, consent of the king. You get me, yeah? You got another one. I got one. No, but like. Obviously, swear words and like that's a good point because when I was asked what I wanted, I said freedom because I want to be free of them little chains there that where someone has sat down and said this word is derogatory, but then there's many words that are used to describe us that I find derogatory. I'm starting to feel like the term black is very, very derogatory to me. That's me personally, The more research I do, the less harmonious the label black goes with me. However, it's cool to call people that. Do you know what I mean? You can say anything you want. You can say breast, but you can't say tit.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Like so it's like you can still say the same foul stuff, Like for instance, they say liberation, but we call it murder because they're just bombing everyone.
Straight.
Yeah, they've got the swear words that we should be really offended about.
Straight.
But we don't get offended by them. We get offended by words that describe sexual intercourse. That's what offends us.
Or bamba,
yeah?
I wonder why.
We're offended by a woman's nipples.
Here's what I'm gonna put
but a man is running around topless.
Topless, straight.
Yeah, I get it. But the thing is, when you want to get new people to the fold, they're gonna be flavored in the old, innit? Yeah. When they're flavored in the old, once they see this presentation, they're not gonna want to come forward. If you're saying you want to bring people down, from my observation, that's gonna be a hindrance.
I leave that for the marketing specialists. I'm no good at that.
It depends who you're going for. It depends who you're going for because Jedi said he wants the young and old, and I want the young and old, but I want the OGs to come out as well, fam. You get me? It's not just the young and old that man want. Man want the OGs to come out as well. All of you man that are just in the hood kicking some knowledge, blood. Come on, no man are out there with some man. You know, even Akala talks about in his bars. I was taught by Roadman. You see, you know, like it was man like the man them. You get me? That talk. You get me? Like so. Hey, but yeah, man like the man them. You get me? You get me? When I see these youths, now obviously I've done lectures in Westminster University, Oxford, all of these universities, and that's me. I'm a youth that comes from the roads. I ain't got no qualifications, bro. I didn't go through. I didn't got no GH. You get me? But at the same time, because of what I knew about Stop and Search at that time, and that video went viral, I was getting called to every university to speak to uni youths and teach them about Stop and Search.
And know your rights.
So and that made me start valuing myself different. Like, yo, man, there's a next youth that's going through this thing and he's trying to get the grades and yet, bro, he ain't been called to Oxford University. You get me? Then man just got called and it was nothing to man. Like man went down there, man just spoke and left. Like it weren't even special to me. I didn't. But when I told other people, I see that Aye, you get me? It's like BBC. When people hear I'm on the BBC, people are like, yo, I don't care about that. That's not important to me. But it's important to other people. So I'm clocking, that like, we just gotta have that. We just gotta be free to be who we're meant to be. I think the older people, who are real to themselves, they'll be able to deal with the realness. And I feel like because they them same people go watch the comedies with the swear words and the movies with the swear words, and these children, you're talking about children, they're listening to all these songs.
What I would say about what the good point that Raven brought up is that you know what, I might not be the guy for that. I might not be the guy for the message. But this is why it's important that it's not just a one messenger thing. This ain't about Jedi, it ain't about Raven, it ain't about Mike, it ain't about Beefy. Yeah. It's about all of us together, and within all of us, we all have different perspectives. And I want you to keep your perspective.
100.
So if you swear, I might enjoy your I really like Ty the way he does his thing. He cracks me up. Yeah, he's got that old Nigerian humor. I'm just down with it. But you see, next people say that Ty chat shit.
Arrogant.
Yeah, or he's rude or rare. I don't see nothing rude about it. People say I'm rude, but the next man will say, oh, you crack me up. I can see you're funny. Blah blah blah. So. Like I said, with enough different input, there should be someone there for everyone else's flavour. Because we ain't gonna do this one man, one preacher thing. It's long, and I don't even believe in what you believe in. I don't believe in what you believe in. But we're still united because I don't need to believe in everything you believe in. But you have certain commonalities with me that we can build on, and that's what sets us apart from others. That's what makes other people wonder what's wrong with us. Because we have this ability to like everyone, even when it comes to being people that we shouldn't probably be liking. Because if the shoe was on the other foot, they wouldn't be showing us love. But we're friendly, open house, open door. Yeah, come out, it's cool. Yeah, rare. And I don't think we should lose that, but we should incorporate that more when dealing with each other. That's what I want to say. And have thicker skin in 2017. Because if you're offended by swear words, I don't know how you feel about the stuff that's going on in your kid's school. You get me? Like, honestly, you must be private schooling and all that. Like, I'm not even talking about LGBT. Like, there's so many other things going on. What's going on in your shopping basket should be offensive to you. You know what I mean? There's so many things to be offended by. You know what I mean? The lie of the reality that they're telling you live. When they told you that Osama bin Laden was killed and thrown into an ocean, yeah, you should have been offended by that. Do you know what I'm trying to say? When they tell you that the ISS is circling space and they're sending things to Pluto and Mars, but this little one and that little one needs £1 a month, yeah? This has been going on for 50 years. They've been needing £1 a month, yeah? And nothing ain't so, you should be offended by that. Comic relief. Be offended by that, bruv. You know what I mean? The way that these lot are all paedophiles and it takes for them to die before you find out about their paedophilia. Be offended by that. And then finally put me in my right place of what I've said in my offence. And then get down to me after all the things you should really be offended by. That's what I'm saying. Because people are easy to complain about words. But it's the actions in the world that are doing the most heinous shit that we should be offended by. That's what I'm saying. I'm going to get out of the ring quickly. One sec.
Man's gonna rap it, man. Man wanna rap it, you know.
Rap. Bro, content's like to tell man to rap it. I
wanna run for it still.
He's getting in the habit of telling man to rap a lot now.
Are you listening? Gorrilla Circle. Pilot. You get me? The pilot, you get me? But big up everyone who came down, big up everyone who was a part of it, you know what I'm saying?
Far right for life.
Trust me, that's right. Big up all the voices, man, learnt a lot. I learned a lot about even the people.
And big up the man them that come to the christening, get their food and duck out, if you know what I mean, you get me? Yeah? I see you, man. I see you come with your Tupperware. You got your food and your dust. You get me? Your dust. Little Auntie Marison that needed a lift home and that you were nowhere there, fam. Get me? Man, come take the family picture. Boy, I don't know, bro. I'm just saying, innit? Observe. And we're here to observe each other as well and see who's about what.
And one thing about the Gorrilla Circle, it's not always going to be some nice thing either. Sometimes we got to debate, we got to think, we got to do all that. But we just got to do it with a sense of respect for each other and love.
And feelings might get hurt.
Yeah, me and Jedi, the first time we was here, me and Jedi debated. But yet there was a core of love that we had that could never go away from a debate. So yeah, we want to get this information out. We want to get the differences. You get me? Man, want to know what you feel about Kemet. Man, want to learn that. Man, want to tell you what my view is. We can't always be some. But obviously, it's good to start off on this energy. You get me? But next week it might be a debate thing. But it's just going to be on that right energy. You get me?
So what?
Truth.
I'm encouraging people
not to insult people.
Please come down to Speaker's Corner. Come hit up the man them. Come and conversate. Share your information. Bring something down if you want to make a link. If you want to just be part of something, then every Sunday we're making a dedicated effort for us to get together, come and congregate and talk and share information, yeah? So it's not a segregation thing when we come down here. So you're going to see us, we're all going to be together. We might not be standing cheek to jowl, but we're going to be in the same vicinity, and this is what we're doing now, isn't it, yeah?
And we're all different.
Yeah,
Everyone's
this is what we're doing.
different.
And that way I find it easier for us to be able to have our things and control our narratives, because for the longest time I see people being subverted and talking about issues that don't necessarily affect their future. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So like we can talk about religion to you're blue in the face, yeah? But honestly, I know you don't believe that you're going to hell or heaven based on what I believe, and I don't, vice versa. So that really should draw the line there. Like I say every week, it's intellectual masturbation. It's just for the sake of saying, oh, I'm smart and that, but we're not getting anywhere. But this unity thing, where we can all come together and feel a vibe, and that's something that
And let me
that
tell
can
you, the
progress.
main
You
thing.
know what I'm trying to say? And look how everyone feels better than they did last week. Anyone that was here last week knows what I mean. The energy. Huh? Yeah, but the energy was bad though. No, I felt good after we broke up Adnan. After we broke up Adnan, yeah, that felt good still.
I don't know where
And they was crying because we were laughing. Oh, look at them, they're off their face, they're laughing. You lot are fools, bruv, man. And stop making your top boys get mashed up by a man that smoke weed, innit?
Shots fired.
Michael Phelps, fam. Michael Phelps. 19 gold medals, fam. That's what we're dealing with. It's a wrap. It's done. It's done. It's done. Content.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap.